Okay, preparing to disassemble the Humpty Dumpty. First I'm going to start a game and play it before I take the balls out. So I use two hands when I work the coin slide, and sometimes it sticks a bit, but you want to push it in all the way and then pull it back to where it should be. I don't know if you noticed, but the balls dropped into the ball feed. Sometimes it takes a little bump and I can hear the balls rumbling. And the best medicine for these is to be played. So at this point, I'm done playing the game. I'm going to unplug the power. And I've done that. And I want to take the balls out before I ship it. So I'm going to open the coin door and remove it. Set it over here. At your local hardware store, you can buy wing nuts that will fit this, but I don't have any wing nuts on it. So once I open the coin door, I can just lift that off. And I'm simply going to remove the 5 balls. Slide that back up. And put things back the way they were. And here's your schematic. So I've got it inside the coin door. And I'm going to leave that there. And lock that. I have located a box that I'm going to use for the legs, and I'm going to put the balls in that box. I'll add some padding later, but this is the box that you'll receive. Now I'm at the back of the machine, and I'm getting ready to remove the head. So on this part, this bolt and 2 screws, machine screws, are what hold the head on. The cabinet wiring harness is attached to these Jones plugs, and it's just the 2 plugs. I let them drop into the bottom, and now I'm ready to start removing the hardware. I'll put these in the box with the balls. So I have 2 of the 3 machine screws removed. And then as I loosen this one, I'm going to gauge how tippy the back is. It seems to be sitting nicely, so I'll just be careful walking around it until I get it secure. So I'm going to put the 3 machine screws. The hex head goes in the back. The slotted and slotted Phillips head go on the other 2 positions. All 3 have washers. And I'm going to put them in the box with the balls. Okay, I'm going to drop the power cord into the bottom cabinet. So just something, when you're setting it back up, after you get it, the cabinet up on its legs, be sure and route the power cord through this notch before you put the head back on. I've slid the back door onto the top, and I've laid down some bubble wrap, and I've this lock does not work. So this is an old machine, so when you want to get this back door off, don't pull so much on this piece, but rather, if you can, push it from below rather than pull from the top, because this piece will just pop right off. But it's just loosely, it's not locked. And again, if you go to the bottom, you can get a hand underneath and a hand on top and just push it open rather than pull it open. Okay, and I'm going to strap the head to the body. So I'm just going to run that bubble wrap on and around for protection. I'm not going to tape strapping it, but basically I'm going to strap the head to the base. So I've got the strap on. It's appropriate tension. It's not too tight. This will all be shrink wrapped when we get it out to the garage and before it goes on to our truck for delivery to North American van lines. So what I use is a 4x4 cut to length that makes it easier to remove the legs. These machines are all made to sit on their bottom. So I'm going to prop the machine up on the 4x4 and then remove the legs and then lower the bottom to the ground. Okay, I've got the rear legs off and I've lifted it up. The front legs are still attached. A couple of things. The rear legs, the adjustable feet are screwed all the way out. The front legs, the adjustable feet are screwed pretty much all the way in. So there is a rear leg and a front leg, just so you keep them the way they were set up. Also, when I lift the machine up, I do it close to the wall because these machines have a tendency to be tippy once the head is strapped to the cabinet. So I don't want it to just fall over the other way, but rather to have something to fall against if it does decide to go. So when I was taking the front legs off, the right front leg, the bracket that was in here was stripped out. So when you put the new bracket on, I just want to make sure this is on camera. When you put the new bracket on, you will want to reach in through the coin door and screw it in that fashion. So it's a little bit of tricky, and you'll have the leg going across here, but basically you'll reach in and hold this piece so the leg bolt can go on it through these holes. And I'll put this in with the other parts. I rounded up a plastic bag for all the small parts, so all the leg bolts, that one leg retaining bracket, the balls, and the machine screws are in that. And then I've bubble wrapped the legs there in the box, and I'm just going to tuck in this excess bubble wrap. I'm going to put I've locked the bag, and I'll tape the box shut, but basically at this point it's ready for, we'll put it on a two-wheeler and take it out to the garage. We'll shrink wrap it once there, and then at North American Van Lines they'll shrink wrap it again. I think I'll go ahead and put this key in with the parts, and that's just a standard lock you can buy from Pinball Resource. Okay.